our funds by seeing Doug, our treasurer, and paying the dues for Al. And not much change here. Jim, our librarian, is not here. However, he was looking for a book. Who donated that book, Ray? Schwartz? What was the book? Okay, anyhow, we found some extra books that Jim's going to add into the library, so that's being expanded. And we welcome any suggestions here. But we all know, if you're new, relatively new, we have a tool library, we have a book library. Check out our website for all those IDs. And also, business cards are in the back table. I put them out, found them in the basement. If you want to carry a business card and look important, take one with you on your next date. All right. Now, Camp Quality. I have my job to do. I have to build 10 cell phone boxes. Bill is, where's Bill? Bill's there. Stand up, Bill. Take it. By the way, Bill's been doing this for how many years, Bill? Way before I was a member, right?
I think this is going to probably be our 6th year.
6? Oh, so it's a relatively new endeavor.
Yeah, how long has it been, Frank?
Probably 6. I know I've been to 5 of them.
Yeah, Camp Quality is about 12, 13 years old. So.
All right, but if you're new, relatively new to the club, Camp Quality is going to be explained by Bill. He's kind of like the chair. I would say you're the chair of the Camp Quality project. So
through default.
No, it's a good thing.
You know, I never know who's here who hasn't heard of it before. So, a quick introduction. Camp Quality is a camp for kids with cancer. It started 12, 13 years ago. The closest camp was out in Ohio or Tennessee, and another organization I'm in started Camp Quality in New Jersey. And the director found out that we went to Forestry Day and built birdhouses. She said, would you come to Camp Quality? And now it's like 6 years later. We make up kits. Last year we did around 70 kits, 2 hours. It's a hectic couple of hours. And our date this year is Tuesday. I should have looked this up. Tuesday, August 6th. Is that the?
Oh, I should have put that on the slide. I'm sorry. We'll advertise it.
You know, I'm highly technical here, so it'll
I have
take
it
me
on my
about
phone.
3 seconds.
You keep talking,
Yeah,
I'll find
it is
it.
the 6th.
Okay.
You know, we August 6th, Tuesday. We need help there. We've already got, I think, 3, 4, probably 5 guys already signed up for that. And we've got a bunch of kits made up. We've got tissue boxes, tool boxes, bird houses. Scott's going to make train whistles.
Yep.
The camp counselors ought to love that one. The kids will love it, though.
You're not gonna bring some noisemakers.
Oh, I didn't put that down. I made up some the erasable marker boards, the whiteboards they call them. I made up a few of those. We're doing some cell phone holders. A couple of different people are doing keepsake boxes. Walter's going to do some benches he does every year, and cell phone holders. The trick is, some of these kids come year after year. There's a lot of creative minds here. We need stuff where you can make up 5 or 10 sets, all of them the same size. And by the way, my woodworking skills have improved because I've been making these kits. I have learned to make 40 pieces, all the same size and stuff, which I never did before. This one will fit, all right, I'll trim it a little. It really sharpens up your skills. But if you guys can come up with any ideas, let me know what it is. Something fresh, something that's going to be new for the kids. Sometimes the simplest stuff, and I tell this story all the time, don't I, Walter? Walter makes these little note holders. The first time I saw them, I thought they were dumb. And the kids, it's the first thing that goes. The kids go for them so fast. So any idea is a good idea. And you'd be amazed what these kids love. They put them together, and then they take them, and they paint them up, and then they take them home for themselves or their parents. And some of the kids make 2 or 3 different projects. So help's needed. If you go on the website, my phone numbers are there, my email's there. You know, let me know what you got in mind, what you can help with. Thank you all.
Thank you, Bill, for doing that. And I guess the reason why we're saying that, we usually build the kits and have them collected by our June meeting, correct? That's what we did, so it's not too early to start. It's a nice time of the year, it was beautiful outside this week. Get in your shops and help the cause out, because that's 2 more meetings.
But if they want to complete their kit by August 5th and come to Camp Quality on August 6th.
Of course, you can,
that'll work
or
too.
deliver them to somebody, that would, yeah, all right, cool. Hand plane seminar, I'm gonna pass this, I had it, so far, 3 people, I think, or 4, I'm not sure, in the past month responded, for having a Saturday session, depending on the number of people that are interested. It will either be here, in the church basement on a Saturday morning, or at the Wood Joint, School in, Tinton Falls. So, because there's 8 benches there. Yes? Tinton Falls is about 10 minutes.
No, I know where Tinton Falls is. Where's the Wood Joint?
That's the school.
I understand it.
What street?
Shafto.
Look it up.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. You mean you asked me for the address? I don't have it on me right now. You go,
If it's the way, he just said Shasta Road, that's all the warehouse district kind of like.
yeah, no, it's in a
It's in a warehouse.
warehouse area,
Okay.
yes. He has a big building. All right, anyhow, the whole purpose of me mentioning this is that I know a few people responded, depending on the number of people, how many benches we need. Like if we have 3 here, or maybe 4, we could do it here. If we have 6 or 8, then we'll go over there because there's more work benches. Our lead instructor would be Brian Holcomb, and then also Wilbur will help out, and a few of us. So it's an area that I'm interested in, and hopefully some of you are especially, that maybe never used a hand plane. You know, it's not intimidating, but if you want, this is a good chance to maybe try one if you don't have one, or if you have one, you want to get to learn how to use it better, and it'll be a seminar event, so depending on how many people have the location, the cost, maybe we'll get lunch, and the whole bit, and that's how we'll run it. It'll be a half-day type thing. So I'm gonna leave this on the back table. If you're interested, please sign up. I know a few people already emailed me, but any questions regarding this, Frank?
Is there a cost?
Well, the cost is associated with splitting the use of any, if we go over there, what kind of price he's gonna give me the facilities? Because Bruce Hogan of the Wood Joint School said, well, if we end up going there, he can include his students, and we could all split everything. So this is, again, this is all in the planning stages. I need to know first how many people, yeah, I wanna be there. From here, then I know what to do, because here is no cost, except for if we have lunch or whatever. Over there, and plus the presenter. Over there might be a little extra fee, but,
They're gonna charge you for this next year.
what's that?
They're gonna charge you.
Oh, no, I talked to her this week. See,
They'll get you on the back end. They'll charge you at the end of the year.
we went on a date the other night.
I'll give a date for that.
So I'm gonna leave this back. No, there's no dates, nothing yet. It's gonna be sometime in May.
Second question, are you bringing your own planes, or they could be supplied?
Well, I'll bring mine. If anybody has their own planes, bring them. Not a whole truckload, but bring your planes. And if you don't have a plane, that doesn't mean you can't participate, right? This is a good chance to say, oh, I never tried a plane, let me try one out. All right? So I'll bring mine. I don't mind if somebody uses mine, as long as they don't drop it on the floor. So I'm gonna put this right here, all right? So if you didn't shoot me an email, do that. I think it'd be a great thing to develop something. Also, Garrett Hack, I found this, is gonna be presenting, just in case you didn't get my email to the mass email a few weeks ago, gonna be presenting tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Annapolis Woodworkers Guild. And I called the club and spoke to some of the board members, and they said, sure, come on down, we don't mind. And it was a whole price of $15 for the session. I said, what? And that includes lunch. So right now we have 3 or possibly 4 going. We're gonna meet actually tomorrow night, because he's speaking at the meeting, and the Annapolis Woodworkers Guild said we could probably fit 5. So we do have another spot left, if anybody's interested. If you have a Friday, what caught my eyes is, on this particular session, it's gonna be on furniture design. The whole day, an entire day class, 8 to 4, plus lunch for $15. And it's a beautiful ride down 302 through Maryland, so you can't beat that. And if you've never seen Garrett Hack present before, he's He's a very intelligent, excellent, funny presenter. He really is. He's a charismatic. So if you want to check it out, there's his website. But that's Friday. If you think you're interested, give me a holler. Let me know, because there is some space available. I'm driving down tomorrow, staying overnight, and then going to Annapolis Woodworking. We're having our meeting tomorrow night, and then going to the class on Friday. So if anybody's interested, you're welcome to come along. You can even carpool. I'll be leaving tomorrow afternoon. Announcements. They called me and told me to announce this. Crafts, most of us are aware of it, but if you're new, you may not be. Their auction is April 27th this year in Old Wood, New Jersey. So if you're in the market for getting some antique or pre-owned tools at a decent price, or not so decent price depending on what you're buying, check it out. It's a great auction. Show up early, and there's a lot of people selling out of their cars, their trunks, and even before the auction starts. So I bought a whole set of molding planes. In fact, remember you and I split a whole box for a very reasonable price. In fact, they're still sitting. I have to fix them up. Yeah,
And they started sunup.
But that's for then.
Seriously.
Now, next item is Mark and I and about two other folks from the club attended the show this year. Mark, we stayed overnight, and we entered the show. Mark and I both entered the show, and I will tell you this: I never went there before. If you have the time, again, $15 a day for this. This club does an amazing job at organizing a multi-day event. It's incredible, the men and women power involved in doing this. From all the educational seminars to the exhibit areas, like a museum. They put everything on oriental carpeting. It's like, so Mark and I both brought pieces, and we each took a first and a second for our pieces up there. So, thank you very much. So, I asked them, wow, I never won anything. And I thought it was like, wow, a trip to Bermuda or something. No, I got a ribbon, but that's good, and bragging rights. So it was kind of cool, though. It was really nice. And it's a nice, easy ride up there. I put it on the menu because, put that in a mental note, if you want to join us next year, it was a great event. And if you want to bring a spouse or significant other, the town is wonderful. Saratoga Springs, it really is. There's a lot of shops, restaurants. There's so many things to do and see. It's a real nice, and it's an easy ride. You leave New Jersey, and in 2 hours you're there. So it's wonderful. All right, and Mark, anything to say about the group build, or?
Yeah, we've had 2 sessions so far. It's coming along real well. We're going to do one more and probably present it in September.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And how many people are involved in your group build?
There's 4 right now, plus myself.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's going well.
All right, and we're going to do more of this. In fact, Mark had a good point I was talking the other day. We got to get some of experienced woodworkers or people that can be good mentors or leaders and help lead group builds. This is what we need, more things like this, because it brings us together. And if you have something you can share and you'd like to share, please do. And usually it's something not too complicated. This is a nice, kind of like a nightstand, but you can see this is a compound. Well, it's angled. Gets a little spin on it, but things like that would be excellent. So if you think this would be for you, if you want to lead one, please see Mark or myself. That would be great. And we got to think of projects that would be good for these things too.
Yeah.
Something that you could do, not too complicated, and we got to get a list of things to do. We're always welcome to a shop tour. If anybody has a new shop or cleaned up their shop, let us know. Any questions or concerns for the meeting?
Get somebody to come and clean my shop?
Well, wait, you're gonna, if you wanna present your shop, we'll come over and clean it before you cook dinner, we'll come over, I'll put my apron on, I'll dust.
Your group build crew can clean it.
Yes.
I made an announcement a couple months ago, but I don't know if I was here, but I have 5/8 inch Baltic birch that I'm selling $10 a piece. It's like a third of a sheet. It's like 5 feet long, and then the random width between 17 and 24 inches. It's all in great shape, and I've got an awful lot of it, so if you thought, oh, well, it's been a month or two, but I didn't have any left, come pick out what you want.
Haven't we heard that announcement before?
Right?
No, I got
Just
some.
said, 2 months ago.
You got limited stock.
I got some, but no, you still have quite a bit left now? And his wife needs the carport.
Actually, now she doesn't, so there's no problem.
Okay. And, oh, by the way, any other announcements or, yes, Mr.
I
Greco.
say that, for the past couple of weeks now, it's not anything to do with woodworking, but I've been getting these emails that says from the Apple store, and they're saying that my account has been locked for some suspicious use, and that I should contact them to resolve the issue. And I contacted Apple, and it's a scam. I keep on getting these emails every few days that looks really like an Apple email. And then the other day, they said that they charged my account $20, and if I didn't do it, I should contact them. So I just wanted to let everybody know that if you're getting something from Apple with that kind of wording, that it's bogus. They're just trying to get information, that
Thank you for that
Might not
public
wanna
service
get that.
announcement. I think I got one of those, by the way.
It's not just Apple.
Yes,
This is in my shop, that I get Home Shop Machine Shop magazine, and in there a guy has a shop, and it's a 1957 Ford school bus. And he started off as a wood shop and metal shop in there, but he said he had to combine and get rid of the wood shop because it made too much dirt and he needed the room. But it was interesting because he moved around, and after a while he got over the weight limit what the bus was registered for. And he had to go with it. But just to show you the different kind of shops out there, he was very interesting. And if anybody's interested, I'll bring in pictures of it.
yes, excellent. Yes,
Yesterday, I went to the James Mitchell Museum in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. They're having an exhibit called The Art of Seating, and I put some postcards over here. There's also an exhibit about the influence of Nakashima and other studio craftsmen at the same time in the same museum, and it's a really great exhibit for anyone interested in studio furniture.
How long's it run?
It'll say on the postcard, I don't know offhand.
July 27th.
When?
July 27th.
All right, until July.
and where's that located again?
Doylestown, Pennsylvania. So
Okay.
you gotta hike over there.
Just past,
Could you send that to me, and then I'll put an announcement, because that's something we might be all interested in. Yes,
Speaking of which, I don't know if you guys have, those of you who've been to the Work History Museum, they do an annual show, and the entry forms are out, and the year's topic is out. You can download it online. I think the deadline is July. So we got a couple months, July 1st. Lighting this year.
Woodworking contest.
all right. Any other ones? Any other comments, suggestions? All right. For next month, before we get to Glenn, just to pique your interest a little bit, Matt Greco and his Custom Sapili Bar is gonna be here, and some beverages. It's what he told me, I don't know. Right?
Attention.
Matt,
Now you're paying attention.
you're not paying attention, man. Go, I put a piece of beer up there for you. Anyhow, you're gonna be doing next month, and then Mark is gonna do a coffee table, so I guess it's a month of drinks, I don't know. You're doing a coffee table, he's doing a bar. So I saw, Mark's table,
bring
it's
some wine.
pretty interesting.
Not
All
cheese
right.
and crackers.
Now, Glenn, you visited the club,
A couple times.
couple before.
I think in around 2010, 2015.
All right. And,
So you guys just haven't learned.
I don't know. But anyhow, you started out, weren't you instructing,
Yeah.
at Monmouth? Where were you? Monmouth?
Well, I taught high school shop for a long time. Taught in Monmouth. And I also adjunct at William Patterson and Kane. I'm at Kane right now this semester, but I decided to retire from that.
Mhm.
So this is my last semester.
And what, if you don't mind me asking, what are you teaching at Kane University?
Furniture design.
Okay, and what type of students would be?
Industrial design students, interior design students, and art students.
Okay,
But anybody can take it, so sometimes I get a history person who wants to take the furniture course.
all right.
And in William Patterson, it was pretty much the same, a little more art students. But I've always been teaching. In fact, now it's getting close to 50 years. I started in 1970. I don't know where the time has gone.
Just look at it. You look good for your,
Yeah,
wow.
I'll be 71
Wow, bless you, wow.
in June.
Well, we welcome you to the club. You can come back as many
It's all
times you want.
woodworking, that's what does it.
In another 10 years.
So what are you gonna share with us tonight, an overview?
I've been prepping for you guys for quite a while. And I have on my PowerPoint, which in one respect is to keep me on track. Right, look up there, that's what I should be talking about. Right. So, but I brought a lot of tables, so tonight is tables. And I'll give you my thoughts on it. And I want to say this right off the bat. I love it if you ask a lot of questions. A good presentation is where you guys are all happy and learn something. But a great presentation is if I learn something. Right? And I learn something every day. And I constantly read about woodworking. Pretty much involved in the woodworking every day. So, to me, we're all one good group of, crazy people who like to work with wood. All right, so Peter, he's actually overqualified for what he's doing for me now. He's a very high-tech guy, but he's also a woodworker. And he's a good friend of mine, and he's helped me a couple times. This will be his third time. So, Peter, let's get started. All right. I've jotted these down because they are extremely important. Sam Maloof, who most of you guys have known Sam Maloof. Right, he says the chair is not much of a chair if it isn't comfortable. So the first thing is function. So we'll go to the next slide. And what I mean by that is, if you build a piece of furniture and it's not the right size, it's very uncomfortable. I have a couple good stories about that sort of thing. Years ago, I had a student in high school who wanted to make this coffee table 2 inches higher than it should be. And I said, Greg, and we kind of went back and forth on that for a while. Well, a number of years later after he graduated, his new wife is working in our school, and she's a teacher, and I'm having lunch with her. And they just got married like last week, right? She says, Greg's table's really nice, but I think it's too high. So I said, when you go back, tell Greg what you told me, right? So it was too high. I delivered a dining room table, Castor ebony. I got there, solid granite top. It's gorgeous. The adult daughter sat there and she said, I think it's too high. I said, no, it's standard height. I said, okay, if you want it lower, you recline it. So I came back the next week. I built 2 pillars so I could slide them under and kind of get the granite top on those so I can slide the pedestals out. I cut off a ½ inch off the top, put it on. She says, that's right. Now the interesting thing though, wasn't me. They had chairs with casters on it, they took the casters off. And that's why it fell too high. So a ½ inch here, 1 inch there, it means a lot. This table, I delivered a piece to the clients here, and I got home, my wife said they called, and at first I thought maybe they didn't like the piece I delivered. I said, no, they really liked it, they wanted a dining room table. but it had to be done by Thanksgiving, and it was October. But I did get this one done, 2 days before Thanksgiving. So talking a little bit about this, I have classic symmetry. I use that quite a bit on my pieces. What I do on the left is symmetric to the right. The weights, the proportions are the same. I don't always go by that, but I use that a lot. It really works. All right, this is just another example of standards. I built this conference table for a CEO in Manhattan who had the 26th floor, 27th, 28th, and his penthouse was the 29th floor. And he had a New York, this was in New York, he had a Chicago office and an office in London. But anyway, he wanted a conference table. I drew up the plans, full size, and I brought him in because we had a discussion the week before. He wanted it this size, and I thought that was too small. So I told him that. I said, next week I'll bring in a full-size plywood drawing. So we put it against a table, and we sat at it, and he says, you know, I see what you mean. We can't get enough, it's too tight. So, okay, so there was another thing to that. He says, how do you like the chairs I bought? And I said, well, they're nice, but they're cherry, and we're going to do this in Mozambique. And he said, that's not a